Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you another interesting game played at 2019 FIDE World Cup. As you know, Indian chess prodigy 15-year-old Nihal Sarin keeps on performing brilliant chess, and he won the third game in a row. In round 1 he beat twice Cori Jorge from Peru, and in this video I want to show you Nihal Sarin's first game played in round 2 against Azerbaijani chess grandmaster Safarli Eltaj. But before starting our game, make sure that you are subscribed in order not to miss my future uploads. And now without further ado, let's get started with this interesting game and see what happened on the board. Nihal Sarin was playing with white pieces and he opened up with e4, to which Safarli Eltaj responded with e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5. We have the Spanish game, a6, Morphy defense, bishop a4, knight f6, white castles kingside, bishop e7, black goes for closed variations, rook e1, b5, bishop b3, d6. These are very popular variations played by many grandmasters, even world chess champions, both with white pieces and also with black. d4, knight d7, knight d2, bishop b7, bishop c2, rook e8. Black is freeing the f8 square for his bishop, later can bring it on the long diagonal, and g6, black is taking under control the f5 square, not allowing any possible knight f5 jumps. Meanwhile, white is challenging black's pawn structure on the queen side, bishop d3. Already there is too much pressure on b5, c6, bishop g5. I have to tell you that still this is a theory, and I'm more than sure that the players are in their opening preparations. h6, bishop e3. Well, in 1917 this position has also been seen in a game played Anatoly Karpov and Lyubomir Kavalek, where in here Karpov moved back his bishop on d2, but in our game we have bishop e3, which is also a great continuation. Queen c7, queen d2. In 2017, instead of playing queen c2, in here Grishuk chose queen c1. That was a game against another Azerbaijani chess player. On the black side was playing Mamedyarov, but in our game we have queen d2. In this case, white is connecting his rooks and is attacking the pawn on h6. King h7, b4, knight b6, which is a somewhat strange move. Well, in here, rook d8 is a move which is suggested by the engine, or rook c8. But in our game we have knight b6, and at some point we will see how white will kick away that knight by playing a5, and all the time the knight will not manage to find a fitting square. Here Nihal Sarin went for d takes e5, and after black's response went for a5. He's first harassing this black knight and then is pushing forward his c-pawn. And the dark squares are actually weakened if you move away your knight from d7. All the time there is this unpleasant bishop b6 threat. You can't even centralize your rooks put on d8. Rook d8 was played, queen a2. Right now the threat is c takes b5 followed by queen takes f7. That's why black played king g8, and now we have bishop c2. This time Nihal Sarin wants to bring the bishop on a2 g8 diagonal, queen d6, and bishop b3 with another threat. C takes b5 followed by bishop takes f7 check. That's why black played queen e7, rook d1, rook c8, and knight h4. Another threat is on the board. Again, white wants to capture on b5, and this time wants to make use of the pin by going for knight takes g6. That's why black moved away his king from that dangerous diagonal, but stepped into c5 move. This is a move which is simply demoralizing black's position. Already, when the white pawn is on c5, you can no longer go for c5, which could have allowed you to activate your light squared bishop. And this bishop is actually in trouble. I also don't like the way this knight is placed on d7. How are you going to bring it into the game? Black's position is totally demoralized, guys. This bishop also looks miserable, and really, I have to repeat again that black's position is totally demoralized. Knight b8, black is maneuvering, looking for better squares for his pieces, but there is no way out, you know. There it goes, we have a perfect outpost for the rook. Rook d6, rook d8. Meanwhile, by offering the exchange of pieces, Black wants to free his position, but already this rook d8 move steps into a brilliant combination. In here, Nihal Sarin went for knight f5 and sacrificed one of his knights. All black could do was to accept the knight sacrifice. Well, if you want to accept the knight sacrifice and move away your queen, then white can unleash a brilliant combination. In here, white can go for knight g6 check, and if f takes g6, then this time can go for an exchange sacrifice. This is truly a brilliant line where white is announcing a brutal checkmate. Really very, very impressive line. That's why black accepted the knight sacrifice, and there it goes with knight takes f5, queen c7, and knight takes g7. The defender is removed, after which we have another beautiful move, bishop takes h6. These black pieces are piled up on the queen side and can't help their king. King takes h6, rook takes f6 check, king g5. Well, of course, you can't move back your king on the 7th rank because of this rook takes f7. That's why black played king g5. Hard to believe that this is a game played in the 21st century, guys. What's going on the board? This is like a game from the romantic era of chess. Rook f5 check, king h6, and after queen e2 check, black resigned. Well, let's take a look at one of the possible lines. If black tries to find a safe shelter for his king and play king g7, then this time queen g4 is coming, and then queen h5. There is too much pressure on f7. If rook d7, then you can even get checkmate hit. There are so many threats. Black is unable to neutralize them, and that's why, understanding that his position is hopeless after this column, queen e2 move, black resigned. A very, very impressive game by Indian chess talent, and I hope that you enjoyed it greatly. I have a lot of Indian subscribers, and congratulations, guys! Congratulations, your compatriot played a very impressive game. Well, in the end, let's also solve a chess puzzle where the task is to find the mating line for white. The task is actually very easy, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.